So this whole thing of Kundalini awakening. So we're doing so much in our lives like yoga, qigong, meditation, all these things that are bringing us and centering us to our bodies and connecting us with our bodies. And it's all pointing to this flow of life force in our bodies. Okay. And then we do a lot of work in our lives, and we work on all our chakras, our minds, what we say in life. We clear our hearts, our solar plexus, lower, and then the sexual energy is really something that simply wants to be aligned in our awareness, in our bodies. And then this Kundalini energy awakening thing that's happening. When you start feeling your body. Okay, people, I need to just stop. I'm fucking off track here. I need to just stop. I feel like I'm speaking to like a blank screen. I need to just connect with you again. Sorry about that. I need to just stop. Okay. Right. So life force and sexual energy. Okay. So how do you start connecting with this force in your body? How can sexuality be spiritual? How can your sexual energy be healing? How does that work? And how does the sexual energy and the spirituality meet one another? And I want to really demystify it because it is so simple. Everything is about connecting with your body, connecting with your whole body, and connecting with the sensations in your body. And when you start feeling again, when you come home to the body, you start connecting with something deep inside yourself, which is your life force, which is the dear life inside you. Now we all have life inside us. As long as we're walking around and alive, we've got life force. It's there. But we don't necessarily feel it. We don't necessarily sense it. It's just there, but we're not really aware of it. And then when we start coming home to the body, it's in a way, it's like almost dropping back into yourself. When you stop trying to be better, when you stop trying to achieve something out there, like even with our spirituality, when it's always going out and up, I'm going to connect to the stars, God up there, heaven out there. You know, it's always out there, and it's not me, it's higher than me, and it's better than me. And I'm always reaching to something that's not inside my body, something mystical where I want to be. But when you start relaxing and you just come home to the here and now inside your body, and you start becoming aware that you can sense your inner body. It's like almost like a childlike sensing of your inner body. And now I'm looking at Clive there, lying in your bed. Clive. Yeah. So this is a healing force that is present in our bodies and that can flow through our bodies. And when we start moving it through our bodies, it is incredibly healing. So I just want to go back a little bit to the sensing. So you can, for instance, put your hand just here on your chest and become aware that you can feel your hand on your chest. It's pure sensory experience, very childlike, simple, simple, simple. Sensory. And now feel like inside your body, there where your hand is, like you're relaxing and creating space, like space in between the cells. And you can breathe into that space. And then you become aware of your inner body. And when you give it focus and attention, this inner body, you almost feel like a vibration there inside yourself. Life. Life. And then I like to say, what you are sensing there is the spirit inside you. It's your life force. It's that awareness of life in you, in me, in you. And notice if your body wants to like almost contract and stop that feeling, because you can feel so much that it can get like frightening to feel so much in your body. Then you relax and you open and you breathe into that space. And you can say to yourself, how much can I feel? How much can I feel? And allow yourself to sense even more inside yourself. And now stay relaxed and move your hand up ever so slightly. Move it to your throat area. And then become aware of this inner vibration, this inner awareness that is inside you. Just feel that. You know, with meditation, when you sit still and you meditate and you put your focus inwards, so now you're adding, with focus inwards, you're adding that physical experience of sensing, really sensing your inner body, feeling it vibrating with energy. And then you can move your hand up to your head and sense that inner body, that vibration inside yourself. Yes, and when you feel there's a contraction and you can't feel, breathe into that space. Fill it with breath. And now you can slowly stroke your hand down and feel this inner body, this inner vibration inside yourself. Your connection to your own life force. What you are feeling there is your life force. and it loves to move. So you can stroke down your chest, all the way to your solar plexus, and keep focusing on that inner body. If you can't, if you stop feeling, you breathe into it. Feel that vibration, and slowly down your belly, and then all the way to your sex. And relax and allow yourself to feel that vibrancy. Feel it. Feel that inside you. You might even find that that energy there is slightly stronger if you allow it and you relax and you just say, how much can I feel? Feel that vibration. So take away the shame of any sexual stuff and go inwards and just feel, this is my body, this is my vibration, this is my energy, and I feel it so strong. And when I feel that sexual charge, it's like an amplification of life force that I'm aware of in my inner body. And it feels fucking good. Allow it to feel good. And what's happening now is you're shining your light inside your body. You can keep your hand there. And you are becoming aware of yourself inside your body. Yourself alive inside your body. It's absolute self-awareness. And then you can slowly, slowly, slowly drag your hand up again, and you put your focus inside. But what you are seeing inside is you are seeing your own life inside yourself as you're dragging your hand up, and you're feeling it and you're sensing it. And the more you allow yourself to sense it, the stronger it gets. And slowly drag your hand up and feel this inner self-awareness flowing through your body, all the way up to your heart. You can feel it's very strong, like a beam of light inside you. And then you can stroke it all the way to the top of your head. And every time you feel you're losing the sensation, you breathe. And you feel that sensation. And like this thing, you can do it. I'm just going to put my hand down slowly. You can keep stroking your body if you feel like it. So client, you need to do this all the time. To stroke that healing energy through your body. And you're going to breathe. And you breathe oxygen into this sensation. And you move this sensation of delight through your body. You can stroke it up and stroke it down, and stroke it up and stroke it down slowly. But you stroke slowly so that you can keep thinking. You keep thinking, this, I am focusing on pure sensation. I am becoming my whole body. And as I'm stroking down here, it's like, it's almost like self-realization, and you start realizing the brilliance of yourself inside yourself. And now I just want to talk a little bit about orgasm. Okay, so now I have to work with sexuality, right? The only reason I'm working with sexuality is because there's a stupid red button put on sexuality. With your sexual energy. Now, your sexual energy can be described as your sensuality, feeling yummy all over your body, ne? Like, all sensual and like in your body. That's sexual energy. It's just being in your body, like inhabiting your body shamelessly and like, feeling pleasure in your body, like, yay, feeling life through your body. That's one part of sexuality. Then there's another part where there's the genitals happening. Now, in life, in general, in society, sexuality has become a little bit trapped there in the genitals. So we want to heal that. And we want to integrate this chakra, this area. We want to integrate this area of our bodies, the wisdom that this area of our bodies has. We want to integrate that into the rest of our system. Okay. So let's just go look at orgasm. If you think for a moment, like what happens in that moment of orgasm? The way I feel it is I connect with my body. I connect with sensation, a lot of sensation. I start surrendering more and more to this very physical sensation. It's very physical. And eventually my focus into that physical sensation becomes so big that I completely let go and surrender myself into that sensation. And for a moment, it's almost like I dive through my body into the universe. I'm not diving out of my body, I'm diving like right into my body, into this letting go and implosion into self. And it feels like this whole big bang, fantastic thing is happening inside myself. No? So when we heal our relationship that we have with this fantastic thing that can happen in our genitals, and we start understanding that that is an important awareness that's happening, it's very attractive. People want it over and over and over again. It's a magnet. We want that release. We want that diving into our body, through our body, into some abyss, something magical. And we can use this knowledge that we have. It's like a golden key that have been given to us into our understanding of what heaven feels like. The absolute best thing that can happen to you is to have an orgasm. It's the most wonderful thing that can happen to you. Feels like heaven. So this knowledge, we want to release this knowledge that we have, this body experience, and we want to start experiencing that through the rest of our bodies as well. So when you can start by doing things like, so Clive, things are steaming up there in your hospital room now from this evening forward, I'm hoping. So when you masturbate, we want to take away the idea that we're doing anything wrong. You're going to, what we are doing is we're communing with our life force and we're tapping into a high energy source. And we want to know the source, and then you can use your hand, you can masturbate and make love to yourself, and slowly start practicing stroking that intense energy, vibration into the rest of your body. You can stroke it down your legs, all the way to the tips of your feet. You can stroke it up your stomach, to your heart, to your head. And Clive, the reason why I'm singling you out so much is I had a talk a little while ago where I was speaking about full body orgasms. And it feels like there's this ball of light, this ball of pleasure that moves through the body. It's like an orgasmic state that just moves through the body. And it gets fueled by relaxation and by breath. And it feels delightful. And you can stay in it for hours. It's not just a quick orgasm. You stay in this state. In the beginning, you feel a little bit of pleasure moving through. And the more you allow yourself to feel, the stronger this force will become. And it will just, you can keep moving it and moving it and moving it like this healing ball of light to move through your body. But I was speaking about full body orgasms, Clive, and then a man walked up to me afterwards and he said he was lying in hospital and something happened to his back, he was paralyzed. And then he just made a decision to be better. And he started breathing. He started doing breathing techniques. And he started moving this ball of sensation through his body, like all day, every day. Just trusting, just moving it like a laser beam of sensation through his body. And and just moving it through his body again. Until he was healed. Eventually completely healed. So this is a healing energy. It's a healing energy that we can move through our bodies. And when we start activating our bodies during meditation and actually start feeling, it's almost like we're opening our bodies to start listening, to get downloads. So you clear your mind and you connect with this pure light just moving through your body. And what happens is like you're tuning into the universal life force. I'm seeing a nod there from Shaila. Yeah. You're tuning into this very clear energy, because sometimes when we want to manifest stuff, we're so busy with ego things. And when we can just calm down the body and we do a meditation on steroids, I call it, which is then physical, and you allow this to move through your body, allow this delicious pleasure to move through your body. It's like you are just aligning yourself to what is best, to the goodness of life, just putting yourself into this river of blessing, into this river of knowledge. It all sounds a little bit like spiritual, but it's like this absolute connotation. So it feels to me like this is the one place where we have a true understanding of our spirituality, because there's spirituality can be sometimes up here and physicality up here. And when we turn on sensation, it's like there's suddenly a realization of spirit, that they're in each other, and it's in the body that is felt here. And it does absolutely advance and improve your sex life, because now instead of keeping your sexual energy trapped in your genitals, and we can make love like that, there's nothing wrong with making love like that. It's totally possible. But the sexual experience when you're only making love with the genitals is exactly that, only the genitals, and it's great. But what if you can take that fantasticness of what you're feeling in the genitals and spread it through your body? And the way that you do it is you start with self-practice. You start learning for yourself what it feels like to spread this energy through your body. And you can often just do it with your imagination. You can just, where the attention goes, the energy flows. You can just imagine this delicious sexual charge moving through your body, moving through all the way to your fingertips, and like lighting up your whole body. And then when you are with your partner and your partner is also lighting up their whole body, the whole sexual experience becomes a thing like you feel like you making love with your partner's spirit, because the whole body is activated. The whole body is there. And then you just, once you can feel how to move your imagination and pleasure through your body, it can even go to your arms, to your fingertips, and back. Once you know how to do this and you then make love to your partner, you are literally going to use your imagination, and you're going to imagine that there's a ball of golden light that's traveling through your body to your partner, through their bodies, back to you. And as you're passing this ball of light, this ball of pleasure from the one to the other, you can amplify the sensations with your breath. And if you share this with another, that ball of light becomes stronger and stronger, because it's not only your energy, it's also the love and the intentions from the other person that will generate it and make it stronger. Okay. So I'd like you to just ask me some questions, or say something that's come up for you, or something else that you'd like me to explain, please. I'll put my glasses on. Would you like to ask me questions? I'd love to answer questions. I hope I'm being clear. Are you guys with
No,
me?
Leon, you're very clear. Just a thought that popped in my mind was to actually build your awareness instead of just focusing on the genitals. That's so awareness is the word I'm taking away from this. Thank you for that.
Yeah. So Andre, the genitals can help or they can distract. So I see with my clients that when the energetic body is moving very strongly, often there is no erection. And like the first client I had that walked in, we had like a whole energetic experience. It was crazy. It was like we looked into each other's eyes, and there were sparkles all around the sky, around us. And then when our hands touched, we just started going. We just felt so much energy. It's like you literally have like an orgasm with your hands just touching. Like, wow. Or you just put your shoulders together, and it's like, oh my God, it feels so like, oh, delightful. It's like, oh, can you, like, how much can you feel? Like your whole body is like a genital. It's like, oh, and you're basically just having an orgasm like all the time. So I had this client that came in and we started touching, and it was like this. Just putting your knees together. He's like, having like this orgasmic experience. But with that, there was almost like a telepathy happening, a kind of telepathy start happening. Because at some point I said to him, it feels like we're communicating. And he said, we are. We are communicating, but like in the stars. and in our bodies, through our bodies, telepathically. But then he came back 2 years later. And in the meantime, a whole thing had started playing out in his mind. And I think it had just become like genital focused or something. And did we struggle to get the energy flowing again? Because the whole focus had just gone to the penis. It was like, oh my God, this is going to be a sexy experience, maybe. And to get the energy flowing again, we had to go back, focus on the hands. What are you feeling in your hands? What are you feeling in your elbows? And then the energy started waking up. So the genitals can be distracting, or they can help. With other people, like another friend of mine, he started feeling his Kundalini energy, his energy flowing through his body, where he used to masturbate and then move this energy on his own. And then masturbate and then move it. Until eventually he really started feeling this flowing up his body. So you have to gauge for yourself if your genitals are pulling you into the genitals and won't let you out, or whether you are able to channel that into your body. You have to judge that for yourself. And even with me, it was like when my pleasure body woke up and I started feeling this full body orgasms, which really means like you orgasm everywhere in your body, but it moves through like a ball of light. It took me a very long time to link actual penetrative sex with these full body orgasms, because my body was still used to having sex in a certain way and that pattern was still stuck. And it took so I used to just during foreplay have all these full body orgasms and Kundalini energy flowing and then have normal sex. And then eventually, just with practice and with my wild imagination, I managed to start moving the energy. And one tip I can also give you is, if you're struggling to connect your full body and normal sex, the one way would be do foreplay really and sink into your body and feel this orgasmic pleasure everywhere. And then at the end of sex, when you're lying there, when you've had your orgasm, don't jump up. Just lie there and use your imagination and just feel like, oh, can I feel my fingertips? And you'll be surprised. You'll feel some of it going to your fingertips. Or you can go, I'm just going to lie here. I'm still in the bliss state. Can I feel my toes? And then, or can I feel my heart? And then, you always need to, you can use that post genital orgasm energy to just relax and put the awareness somewhere else in your body. And then you often feel it going because it's still very strong in your body. Like expanded orgasm. Okay. Andre, that was a long answer to your question, but thanks for your question.
Thank you. I like that expanded orgasm. I think it's just to move the awareness. So it totally makes sense. Also, a good word you used was pleasure body. That's also a word that I will take away, is to connect with your pleasure body and actually just take it from there. Thank you.
Yeah, and just the pleasure things. I see also that sometimes we forget to move. So we really have to move, people, to get this energy flow. You have to move your body. It's like it's very important, actually, because people sit and meditate and they want Kundalini awakenings, but no, they're just sitting still like this. Okay? And actually, this energy wants to go, okay, I'm not sitting still. They're just sitting still like this and they're trying to feel their body, and then nothing happens. But in fact, the energy is burning to just ripple through your body. So when you When you self-pleasure, when you make love to your partner, move your body. You're like, oh, that really, really, really helps to get it going. Deep, audible breaths, like be a lot, like really be in your body. It's important. Like really write this down on a note, like really express yourself. And I've also been with lovers, then I say, show me what you enjoy. And they're like, oh, I'm a little bit shy. And I'm like, no, I mean, you know, we want that to move through you. So movement is super important, and big, easy breaths and relaxation. You have to relax. Some of the keys to activate the flow of your sexual energy is you have to be super relaxed, really relaxed. Okay, Clive, it's for you to, you have to really relax, okay? Then breathe. If you want to activate this sensation, you can test this. Every time you breathe, you'll feel that you can sense a little more. That really, it's like oxygen for a flame. And you have to breathe so much, people, to really fire it up. If you really want your Kundalini, your spiritual body, your inner pleasure body to really wake up, you can almost feel like you haven't breathed enough for 8 years and you've got to catch up on that breathing. And the way you breathe, this is also very important. So people always say that breathing is important. And I go, no, it's not. I say it's not important because I don't want the breathing to be mathematical. Never breathe because you have to breathe. Never do a breathing technique that you've learned, because that is pulling you into thought patterns, and it's taking you out of your sensory body. The way you are going to breathe is your body asks for breath, and feel like if somebody tells me to breathe, I go like this. Now they tell me to breathe. Now I'm breathing like that because somebody told me to breathe. Now, if I focus on the sensation of my body, so I'm going to put my sensation deep down there where my genitals are now. And then I'm going to feel like they are sucking in breath, like so your body is asking for breath. Your body is sucking breath into its sensation. And as you breathe, use your imagination and feel where that breath is dropping in your body. Clive, this is for you, dude. Too. This is for you too. So you can run through your whole body. You can start with your toes, where you feel your toes are sucking breath into them. And they're expanding with sensation. And you can go up your whole body like this, into your knees, like. And you slowly go up and up and up into your genitals, your lower body, your diaphragm, and then all the way, you can even feel like your head is sucking breath. But it's all of it is putting your complete attention into sensation. And it's a complete surrender into the sensations inside your body. Okay. And, it just to also be like, you can be super patient and see that as an absolute process of spreading your sexual energy. So you just start with intention and awareness, and with stroking and making your body accustomed to the fact that it can feel, that you can feel. Because sometimes we're so removed from our bodies that we've forgotten how to feel. And keep pushing yourself, but don't push, but keep saying to yourself, okay, I can feel this. And then say to yourself, how much more can I feel? And then you relax your body and you feel even more. And do this regularly. You can just move your awareness and breathe through your body, or stroke your body, and just get this sensation awake in your body. Just wake up your sensitivity to feeling sensation. And slowly but steadily, it'll just start flowing stronger and stronger. I had a very nice young woman client the other day, and her Kundalini energy is nice and awake. And then I always ask people, so how did you start feeling it the first time? And she said to me, I think I always felt something when I was younger, but then I just ignored it, because we all have it. Eh? And she said she was just sitting there stroking her arm and really enjoying the sensation of stroking her arm, and then allowing herself to enjoy it even more and more and more. And then suddenly she started feeling all of this rippling through her body, this pleasure. So it's just a simple thing of getting ourselves more and more accustomed to feeling, to sensing. And the same with my clients. I've had about 8 clients that have walked in that are alive and kicking. And it's literally like that. They'll take off their shirt and I'll go, oh, you can feel. You can immediately feel if someone can feel. If somebody has become accustomed to feeling themselves, just to feeling in their bodies again. Okay, so I don't want to keep you guys too long, but just if there are any more questions, I'll try to keep my answers short. Have we got any other questions? How would you distinguish Tantra versus life force? It's the same thing. It's the same thing. I just don't teach Tantra. You don't have to give it a name. It's like, I don't know. I specifically like not to teach Tantra. I find that if I read the rules, it takes me out of my body. And there are many paths to finding yourself, and Tantra is one of them. Very respected, and it's one of them, and it's great. But it's not the only path. For me, that didn't work because I find the deities and stuff a bit alienating for me personally. I was constantly thinking about something else or someone else or some other deity, whereas just by pure grace, just by connecting with your body, you can find it. And I was speaking to a beautiful couple the other day. They were doing intensive Tantra training, and they were doing all that. They said they were taught you go around in a spiral, you do all the external things, you non-attachment, I don't know, accepting all things, being in your body. And then eventually when you've done all of that, you come to the center and you find life in you. It can be that way. Some people come in this way. They feel life force, and then that teaches them all the other things. Like Shaila. Once you're connecting with this sensation inside your body, everything, you get taught by it. You get led by it. It's a guidance system. You will also notice if you become aware of the subtle energies in your body, subtle contractions, relaxations throughout the day. And if you're eventually in more contact with your life force, that it'll give you yes and no in certain situations. People would say something, you'll hear truth, and you'll feel like through your body, that flow like yes. Okay. Any other questions?